Hi, I'm David J. Gardner, founder of ResumeSuccess.org and author of the book, Resume Success, Insider Secrets to Building the Resume Top Companies Love. Today let's talk about building a resume. And not just any resume, the most powerful resume in your marketplace. Listen, in this economy, with the amount of competition out there, an average or even fairly good resume is just not good enough to beat out the competition. You need a top 5% in your marketplace resume. If you've done some checking, and I hope you have or will, you know that we at ResumeSuccess.org have done a lot of research asking direct questions to recruiters and hiring managers in top agencies and companies across North America to find out exactly what they love to see and what most resumes don't include. Some of the advice we give you will surprise you as it flies in the face of traditional resume creation wisdom. Rest assured, this is what hiring managers and agency recruiters want to see. So when you give it to them, it will make a difference. Your experience will shine and you will edge out the competition. So let's get started right away with some of the things you can do to vastly increase the power of your resume. Here are what we found to be the top 3 things you must include if you want to bring your resume to absolute excellence. The first on these lists is what we call the core competencies area.
Most people mistakenly include an objective and/or profile at the top just under their contact information. Reasons will be given in another video, but let's just say recruiters don't read them as they are, and most often they're just boring, useless fluff. Instead, you want to include a summary of your key skills we call core competencies.
Core competencies are the top 5 to 8 skills you possess that mean you are perfectly matched for the role you're applying to. They're usually a mix of hard and soft skills. List these in a concise, distilled, and quantifiable format. When it's done, it should look something like this.
Whenever possible, use numbers, years, dollars, whatever quantifiable information you can synopsize here. Remember, as a document full of words, numbers and other characters jump out and get noticed.
A tight core competency area will show a hiring manager that you grasp the key ingredients in a successful skill set for that role, and that you have them. Also, you show the recruiter that you match the skills outlined in a job description that the hiring manager has deemed very important. I admit, it's very hard to do a great core competency list. It takes a lot of organization and self-evaluation and, frankly, a lot of practice. Remember, though, that almost no one does this area correctly, and as a result, the whole first section of most resumes is wasted. The second area that most people neglect to include is called the company synopsis.
Right here, under your company name, usually italicized and not bold, list valuable and impressive details of the company you worked for. What industry, place in the market, how long in business, public, private, national, international. All these things, when chosen properly and listed effectively, can and will help a recruiter qualify you for a role.
If you worked for BDM Incorporated, for example, you cannot expect a recruiter to know who they are, what their industry is, their annual sales, their firsts, or how long they've been in business, the sort of thing that will make you a closer fit for the role if they knew about it. And you do not want a recruiter to have to go online and search out additional information on that company. That takes time, it can be frustrating, and your stock as a candidate begins to go down.
When your company synopsis is done, it'll look something like this. Note that you don't have to entitle it. Often a great idea is to include a link from the company name to the company website as well, just in case they want additional information.
Helping a recruiter find out the impressive facts about your previous employers positions you to be a more valuable candidate. You've saved them time and shown what impressive companies you've been at. And therefore, if they're great, by association, you're great too. The third area that most people neglect is the accomplishments area. Word for word, the most powerful section in a resume, according to recruiters. When done well, it puts you on the short list to be called for an interview virtually every time you submit. Most people don't include it, or do so with weak, fluffy, self-aggrandizing content that just shows a recruiter that they don't get it.
If the responsibility sections above shows them how what you've done matches their job description well, the accomplishments section shows how you're better than anyone else who's done it. It moves your experience from average to extraordinary. And let me tell you, companies always look for extraordinary. Choose a few key contributions for each role here, and make sure they're listed quantifiably, meaning include specifics with dollars, percentages, or detailed impactive results. When it's done, it'll look something like this.
A great accomplishments section on a resume shows a prospective employer that you are better than the average applicant, and recruiters love to see them. This area done well puts candidates at the top of my to-call list every time. So there you have it. There are other areas that you're going to need to incorporate into your new master resume to bring it to its ultimate greatness. But these three represent some of the most missed and powerful ways to impress recruiters and hiring managers and get that interview. I hope this video has been of help to you. Feel free to head to our website to learn a bit more and see some other videos. Good luck, happy job hunting, and let's get working.